Hi, you're watching Squeph. As this console generation comes to a close, today we'll be taking a quick look at the top 5 Xbox One exclusives of this generation, where we'll be taking a look at not only the big hitters, but also some underappreciated gems that may have slipped your attention. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Number 5. Sea of Thieves. Can you really name a more controversial Xbox One exclusive? Sea of Thieves was truly a love it or hate it type game. It launched both gleaming praise and open hostility for being a fantastic co-op sandbox experience with very little content. People enjoyed sailing around the open oceans with their buddies, but rightfully criticized the game for launching fairly bare bones for a AAA title. However, since the game's March 2018 release, the game has seen 20 large free updates, bringing the game up to a point where there is as much variety as you could really want in such a game. There are still various subjective complaints about the game, such as a lack of true progression and a new paid in-game store where all the best looking cosmetics inevitably find themselves. However, the game is no longer lacking for content and has grown into a fairly excellent title. For this reason, I'm placing it at number 5. State of Decay 2. The follow-up to an open-world survival experience like almost no other, this sequel initially launched in May of 2018. While launching to a good amount of praise, the cracks soon began to show. It was noted for its shallow co-op experience, various bugs and glitches, and almost no main story content driving you through the world. What little main story there was consisted solely of driving to various locations of the game's 3 maps and destroying so-called plague hearts. Once you had destroyed 10 of them, interrupted by occasional moments of mowing down hordes of zombies or playing at politics with the game's fairly primitive faction system, you could choose to move your community to another map or end your campaign with a few possible end mission choices depending on what type of leader trait your ragtag band of survivors had. That was pretty much it. However, what survival mechanics there were generally pretty great, and in June of 2019, standalone story expansion Heartland launched, giving the fanbase the type of story-based content they had missed from the previous game. State of Decay 2, you are number 4. Number 3. It wouldn't be a list of best Xbox One exclusives without mentioning the inevitable Sunset Overdrive. Man, Before we get any further into it, I just want to say that this game is incredible, truly. While it received good reviews, it just didn't sell well enough, which was an uphill battle right from the start, being an Xbox One exclusive in one of the toughest periods of Xbox as a brand. Developed by the creative minds at Insomniac Games, Sunset Overdrive shares a lot of the DNA from their Ratchet and Clank series of games, with a healthy dose of Jet Set Radio. This game sees you free-running, grinding, and blasting your way around a vibrant open world with a few admittedly lackluster tower defense style sections, but it's just so good. If you haven't played it yet, good news, you no longer need to own an Xbox. You can find the game on Steam, it's pretty cheap, a very positive rating, so do yourself a favor and give this game a go. That's number 3. Number 2. Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Driveway when he goes hit by that bus. Oh my god, somebody dial number 1!
We are here, we are at number 1. I am sure this is the one that you have been waiting for throughout this whole video. You've heard number 5, 4, 3, 2, but you just want to hear what is the best Xbox One exclusive game from this generation. And I am here to tell you that it is no other than the impeccable arcade racer Forza Horizon 4. Oh my god, this game blew my socks off when it came out. I must have played it for a dozen hours in a row. Forza Horizon 4, if you're not aware, is a magnificent racing game set in the UK. It sees you taking part in a so-called Horizon Racing Festival. Essentially, it's a steep style of game where you travel around the open world, you find whatever competitions or races you want to take part in, and you do them. It's all up to you. There's not a whole lot of an overarching story. There's a few kind of side mission chains out there. For example, one that sees you playing the role of a stunt driver in a film production. But by and large, it's just an open world racing sandbox, and it is fantastic. It is so much fun. It's such a joy. It's been hit with a huge amount of post-launch content. There is no shortage of things to do in this game. If you're looking for a quality arcade racer on the Xbox One, look no further than Forza Horizon 4. And that is it for this week's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I have. Maybe you'll even see yourself picking up a couple of these games. Now, if you have a different top exclusive, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know what it is. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe, as well as the bell buttons if you enjoyed this video and you want to receive notifications of future uploads. Otherwise, this was Squeph, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.